today. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Like we talked about yesterday, we are going to have Q&A, open discussion. So whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever concerns you're having, if you have great news, we definitely want to hear that. But if you're feeling anxiety, having doubts, questioning yourself, questioning whatever is going on, definitely I'm here to help. We are here to help, whatever it is that we can do to help you to feel better and to give you the answers that you need. We could definitely do that. So, whatever it is that you guys want to ask or want to talk about today, the floor is open for you guys. I do like to do no particular topic, but I do like to do open discussion every now and then so that you guys can get out your questions or your feelings or your concerns or whatever that looks like. But Kingdom, how are you? How are you? How are you? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I hope everybody is having an amazing, worshipful, wonderful Wednesday. And I hope you guys are doing okay. Hey Rose, how you doing today? Welcome in. How are you? I sent you an email, honey. I don't know if you saw it, but I did send you an email. How are you today? How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. How you feeling? How are you? I know that you've been dealing with a loss. So how have you been? How have you been? How is everything? How are you holding up? Um, and again, honey, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Oh, no problem. You couldn't make it yesterday. No problem. No worries. You don't have to apologize. I listen. I have things going on. Everybody has, things going on. So we have good intentions to come on and talk and chat. But I know that real life is it's in the making. It's doing so. But yeah, you don't have to apologize. And then let's see, I'm doing good. I had the doctor's appointment yesterday and an apartment check. Okay. I hope everything went well with the doctor. And then how's the apartment searching going? How is that going? It's exciting, but yet nerve-wracking all at the same time. Yeah, and hey, Edith, how are you today, love? Welcome in. How are you? Edith says, hello. How are you? How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. So happy to have you today. And then Rose says, I lost my phone yesterday. I am not doing so well right now. Oh, no. Were you able to find it at all, or did you not find it? You look great today. Aw, thank you. Listen, listen, Rose, Edith, I kid you not. I got my daughter from the bus stop because she changed school, so she comes home a little earlier now. And my Cash, my dog, I don't know what's wrong with him. I noticed he threw up a little bit yesterday, and then today, after getting back from the bus stop, I noticed that he threw up and did number two in his cage. It was just everywhere. And so literally the last hour, I have been cleaning, wiping up, cleaning up his cage, mopping, wiping down everywhere. And then I gave him a bath because he smelled awful. He smells so bad. So I don't know if he's having something going on with his tummy. He usually doesn't have any issues. But that's what I've been doing for the last hour. If not, I would have been on way long time ago. So that's why, that's why. And then shirt is so old. I said, you know what? I don't even care. I'm putting this on today. I haven't worn it in forever. So yeah, but thank you. Thank you. So that's been my afternoon event. Cleaning up dog, throw up and poop. Yeah. Yep. And then arthritis. Yeah, you did mention that. Oh no. Yeah, were you able to I think we talked about but I know that once it gets to a stage, it's really hard to. It is possible, but it takes a lot of work to reverse it. But have you gotten the Bragg's apple cider vinegar? I know it just tastes awful, but I've been told that it does tend to help. So, and again, I'm so sorry, honey. And Rose says, still need prayers on the apartment. Okay, gotcha. We're on it. We are on it. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Rose says, LOL. Yeah. That's been my afternoon. So, yeah. So, my apologies for coming on late. But again, when life happens, there's nothing you can do. You just gotta just roll with it and keep going. And you are going to find the apartment that is just perfect and right just for you. And everything is going to fall into place. God is going to open those doors for the right place for you in Jesus' name. Yeah, yeah, yep. So, yeah, everything's going to be okay. Hey, John, how are you today? Welcome in, welcome in. Today we're having open discussion Q&A. So whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever your concerns are, if you've been thinking about something or something's been bothering you, today is a great day to do that. But you can ask you can always ask any question. But I do like to set aside some time just so that we can open the floor and then we can have a really good discussion on what it is that you guys want to talk about. And then Edith says, I am 2 years in the narc survivor now, dealing with siblings. Oh boy. Yeah, when it's family, it's a different breed. It's a different breed. I know sometimes, and it depends. It depends on if you live with them. It depends on so many different things. But I know a lot of people have taken the stance that when they have family members who have this sickness, we tend to love them, of course, but we tend to love them from a distance. And I know for me, what I tend to do is if I have to deal with them, I keep my conversations really, really short, sweet, and to the point. Because the longer you stay around them, the longer you talk to them, it just doesn't go well. So for me, what works for me is having conversations, because sometimes depending on the relationship, you have to. Like my dad is a narcissist, so and then he lives with my mother, and they're in New York. So I don't want to tick him off so that he takes it out on her. So when I call him, I make it really short and sweet. Hey, Dad, how's everything going? How you feeling? Anything new? Love you. Have a good day. Talk to you soon. And that's how I keep it really, really, really short, sweet, and to the point. I don't stay on the phone long. Like my mother and I can talk for an hour or two. I don't do that with my dad. So I do keep it really, really short, very sweet, and to the point, and very simple. And the moment that I see things start getting left, I exit stage left, and I just say, hey, oh, my boss is calling, or I have to go help the kids, or I gotta go cook dinner. I make up some excuse to just get off the phone. That way I don't get wrapped up into the drama. The drama. So yeah. So I don't know, Edith, if that will help you, but that is a little bit of a tip. And I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. And John is saying, hey, everybody. And then Tennessee says, thank you. Oh, you're so welcome, honey. And then Tennessee says, hey, John. And then Lisa, how are you today? Welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? How are you? How are you? Welcome in. How you feeling today? Today we're having open discussion. So if you have any questions, any concerns, if you just want to get something off your chest, if something good has happened, we want to hear about it. So yeah, whatever it is that you guys want to ask or talk about, that's what we're doing today. And then Lisa says, hey family, I've been missing y'all. We miss you too, honey. We miss you too. How you doing? How are you? How are you? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So happy to have you. And then Rose says, amen. And Rose says, I've been praying a lot. Yeah. Yeah. See it. See it. See it. Put that vision in your mind. And I just put in my mind that you came on the chat and you said, hi everybody, guess what? I found my apartment. So I actually see that in the comments right now. So Neville Goddard, who is really good at teaching you that you have the power, and that a lot of things start in your mind, good and bad. And he teaches you that you have to live in the end. So how do you want it to end up? So you want it to be that you get, a nice apartment that you can afford. So see that in your mind. See yourself unlocking your door, and going in and taking your boxes, and put that vision in your mind and go to sleep with that vision, and be happy about it. Smile, make it a good event. And then when you wake up in the morning, before your feet hit the ground, you say, thank you, God, for my new apartment. And you see that vision in your head again. It works. I promise you. I promise you it works. It does. It really does. Because I see in the comments right now, I'm envisioning that you came in the comments and you said, hey, everybody, guess what? I got an apartment. So yeah, okay? Yeah. Definitely, definitely. And then John is saying, hey, Rose. And then Edith says, I was just beginning to trust a little and now back to square one. Yeah, that is a reoccurring feeling and sad situation when we're dealing with narcissists. It's always going to be that way. We get on that high, and then things are good. Things are really, really good. Everything's flowing nicely. And then out of the blue is something switches. They get upset about something, or something transpires. And then you go into that low, and then you think, oh my goodness, not again. Here we go again. But what's really disturbing is when you don't know about the sickness, because you're on that roller coaster and it's going so fast, and you're screaming that you want to get off, but you can't. So you do find yourself going back again and again and again. So I don't know if the loving them from a distance and keeping those conversations short and sweet, I don't know if that will work for you, but it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot for you to try that. And again, honey, I'm so sorry. And then John is saying, hey, Lisa. And then Rose says, Rose saying, John. And then Rose is saying hi to John, Lisa, and Edith. And then Rose says, have you ever dated someone who had grown kids with personality disorder? Me personally, no. So do the kids have personality disorder, or does the partner, does the person that you're dating, who who has the personality disorder, the children or the adult? And yeah, I personally have not. I have not. Everyone that I've ever dated, the kids were small, so there was no personality disorder, and you know, the adults, that's a whole different topic. But me, no. I don't know if anyone else in the chat has, if they have some suggestions for Rose, that would be awesome. But I personally have not, no. And then Edith says, I went on the vacation. That's so true, and was talked into the narc short is good, but going no contact. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you have that, depending on the dynamics, depending on the situation, sometimes the only way for you to really get your real, true peace, your real, true happiness, and to get your life back on track is to go no contact, set those boundaries, and mean it. Say what you mean what you say, and no looking back. Knowing that when you look back, you just get sucked and drawn back in, and they just draw and pull every piece of life out of you. And it's this vicious cycle. You're on it, you're off it, you're on it, you're off it. So yeah, sometimes going no contact, Edith, is the only way that you can really get the closure. And they don't give you closure. I actually had a conversation with someone last night. They don't give you closure because they don't believe in closure, because if they give you closure, then they figure that that door is closed. But they always leave the door open so that they can, in their minds, cycle back when it's convenient for them. But it's up to us to say, nope, I'm setting boundaries. I'm going no contact. I'm taking my power back. I know my worth, and I'm not putting up with that behavior anymore. You can go play with your mammy, your pappy. You can go play with your coworker, your neighbor, your friends that you don't really have. You can play with anybody else, but you're not gonna play with me anymore. So yeah, yep. I'm with you. I'm with you, Edith, and we're here to support you. We know it's not an easy journey, but we're definitely here to support you get through that time. And you know, they'll keep reaching out. But if it's a phone, you gotta block them. If you have social media, even though blocking them, they still find a way around getting in contact with you. But at least if you've done all that you can on your end, it limits them to a degree. And then Tennessee is sending prayer hands. Aw. And then Edith says, stay with the narc. Oh, stayed with the narc. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. I understand. I completely understand. Yeah, it does. When you're in their surroundings for more than 10 minutes, things are always gonna go downhill. Always. Sadly, always. I'm so sorry, honey. And then Edith is saying, hey to Rose. Hey, Daniel, how are you? Welcome in. How you doing today? How are you? Welcome in. And then Rose is sending rose flowers and hearts. I love it. And then Rose is saying, hey, Daniel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then Daniel is saying, hey, Rose. Hey, Annie, how are you today? Welcome in. How are you? Welcome in. And then Annie says, well said. How are you today, honey? Welcome in. And then Rose says, thank you, treasure. You are so welcome, honey. No worries. No worries at all. And then did you find your phone? Did you ever find your phone, or is it gone? And then Edith says, I am in a DV Is that you're saying domestic violence program who is helping me move? Okay, okay, yeah, they do. I don't remember who it was, but I saw something or somewhere we were talking. Somewhere that came up that there a lot of states have programs that do help you relocate or move from where you are and get you to into a safe environment. So that's a beautiful thing. It's good that they have those types of programs in place for people who need it. And same as Rose, my prayer is that you get out as safely as possible. Don't do a lot of talking, like we talked about yesterday. Don't do a lot of talking. Keep a lot of things to yourself. Stay under the radar. Agree, smile and agree if you have to, until you're able to make your moves. Don't tell them that you're moving. Don't tell them when you're moving. Don't tell them anything. The less that we tell these people, the less that they know, the better off and the safer we are. That's just how it is. It's their minds are warped. They are always worried about what we have going on instead of worrying about fixing themselves, or worried about cleaning their backyard, or worried about then they need to be worried about cleaning up their behavior and how they treat people, and to go to God and have God help them through whatever traumatic events happened in their life, deal with it and move on. But they don't do that. They are always, they're the lifetime victims. Lifetime victims. They're a victim for a lifetime. And so yeah, but we support you. I support you. I'm glad that you're getting the help that you need. And like I told Rose, you're going to come and you're going to say that you got a place, and that you are safe, and that everything is at peace, and that you are in a better predicament, in a better place. So yeah, that's my prayer. And then Edith is saying, "Hey Annie," and Rose says, "Hey," Rose is sending prayers for Edith and everyone. And then Rose says, "Yes, he seems to be a psychopath. The daughter seems to have borderline personality disorder, and so does the son." Yeah, sometimes I want to think that, I do think that a lot of times the kids being around that behavior for such a long time, the kids seem to think that it's normal. They then adapt these personality traits and disorders, and that's hard. That's hard. And if he's having psychopathic, if he's showing signs of being psychopathic, yeah, yeah, finding your safe place, your safe haven, is like a top priority, because with them you never ever know what's going to tick them off, how they're going to explode, if they're going to be physically violent. You just never know. You just never know. But I pray God opens that door for you, that you can get your safe havens, your safe place, both you and Edith. Get your safe place where you both feel at home and at ease. And a lot of times it doesn't have to be anything fancy, just something that you call home, that is safe, that you don't have all of that toxic and psychopathic behavior and having to deal with all of these different personalities and all the tantrums and the toxic behavior. So yeah, it's and what's and we talk about this all the time, and it just seems like those types of situations are just masking and growing. It just seems like there's so many people who are having issues. It's just really scary. And again, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so, so, so sorry. But God is in control, and God is going to align and fix and direct and move you into a place that is at peace, where you have your happiness and you have your joy. And I always say, sometimes having to stay with a friend or a family member, sometimes that's a good way to do it too. That way you're not moving and you're not alone and you're not by yourself. But this person has to be someone who is, of course, trustworthy and doesn't have any ill intent or explosive behavior either, because then you can move from one place to the. But I always say that it's okay to temporarily move into a family member or a friend's place until you get yourself on track. But the sooner that you get out of that situation, and the sooner that you're able to focus on you, focus on making a plan, focus on getting things back in order, the better it is. I wish that I had had this advice, but don't let it stretch out. Don't let don't don't let it linger, where then you become complacent again. Then you become comfortable because things are quiet, because they know that you're not happy, because they know that you want to leave. And then it just repeats. And then that next time something explosive or dangerous or scary happens. So yeah, sooner rather than later, time to go. Time to exit stage left. Yeah. Yeah. And again, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so, 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 so sorry. And then Annie says, sometimes when you have one narcissistic parent, sadly, the kids can be affected by it. Yeah. They actually act as a narcissist parent. It's very sad to witness. Yes. Yeah. I really believe that narcissism is a learned behavior. And a lot of times it's because that person grew up seeing that behavior. They, as a child, didn't know that that behavior was wrong. Maybe they figured it was wrong as they were seeing it, but then they start emulating it. They start complaining about everything. They start having blow ups and blowouts and tantrums, because maybe in their mind they feel, well, that person did it and they got what they wanted. They got away with so many things. So then they adapted that behavior. Sadly, they adapted that behavior, and then that vicious cycle continues. It doesn't stop until the person realizes, hey, I have an issue and I got to fix my issue. But unless they do that, that cycle is going to continue. And then they will have kids, and then their kids possibly could adapt and inherit their behavior. And then that it just cycles. And maybe that's the reason why we have an overload of narcissists, because it's just the cycle's just repeating. We got a lot of praying to do. We got a lot of praying to do. We got to pray over our children. We got to pray that we get out of these situations. The longer we allow these kids to witness that behavior, the more of the possibility that they will or can turn into a narcissist. So it's a scary thought. It's a really, really scary thought. Um, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Once we know, if we don't know, there's nothing we can do. But once we know that that's what we're dealing with, we got to get those kids out of there as quickly, as soon as possible, so that they can get into a healthy environment, so that we can reprogram them in showing them what healthy relationships, healthy behavior, healthy responses, what a healthy home is supposed to look like. Is it going to be perfect every day? No. Are we going to have days where we're going to be upset and frustrated and, maybe respond the way that we are not supposed to, or have anxiety about something? Absolutely. But tomorrow is another day, and we fix it. Or we go back and we say, look, I overreacted. I did something wrong, or the way you responded or the way you behaved. Let's try to figure out ways that we can get you to, or whatever that looks like, whether it's you or the child. But, talking about it, figuring out what works. We're having them write their feelings, finding sports and things that they like, that they can channel their anger. It's something that we have to do. We have to get these kids out of there as soon as we know we're dealing with narcissists. It's time for us to run, and it's time for us to get those kids out of there ASAP. ASAP. No, I'm not gonna change my mind on that. Now that I know what I know today. Yeah, no more chances. No more chances. Because the more we give them a chance, the worse we turn out, the more they drain us, the worse those kids turn out, and the more they drain those kids, and the chance that they can infiltrate those kids by having those kids inherit that behavior. So yeah, and I'm not taking back. I'm not. If that's the case, we got to get out of there. Stay with a friend, stay with a family member, figure out a temporary fix. A temporary fix. Until once you're in that temporary fix, now you got your head on a swivel. Now you can figure out, okay, what direction do I need to go? But getting out of there ASAP is absolutely a must. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. Try to get back to my spot here. Let's see. And then Rose says they are all grown. He pays all son and daughter's bills, but daughter is the golden child. Yeah. But they all have issues. They all have issues. So, which we know you're looking for a place, but you're on the right track. It's time for them for the three of them to figure it out on their own. Minus you. If he wants to continue to have this psychopathic behavior, and then spoil the kids where they don't have any responsibility, they don't have any accountability, then the three of them can figure it out on their own, minus you. Yeah, and Annie says Rose, exactly. And Rose says Annie, his daughter, the golden child, is his parent. Wow. Yes, she even told him where to set the heat and air conditioner, the exact number, and don't you dare put it on nothing else. Quote, oh, I read it. Wow. Oh, okay. All right. So then the three of them can live happily ever after together. Yeah. Yep. Wow. Oh, unbelievable. Tennessee says, Annie, I was completely floored when I read that on his phone. Wow. And he's okay with that. He's okay with that because he's not correcting his golden child. Yeah. He's not correcting the golden child. So you exit stage left, and the three of them figure it out on their own. If you have to go somewhere temporarily, that's my advice. If you can, so put stuff in storage if you can. Stay with a friend or a family member temporarily, or if they have a garage that you can put your items in. Take only the necessities, things that you have to take, and when they're off at work or wherever they're going, they won't even know that I'm gone until they get back. Yeah. And sadly, that's how we have to move. I'm so sorry. That is just absolutely insane. So then she can be his wife. It's just that simple. It sounds like she's already his wife, so, or his mother. Um, and then Daniel says, I'm good. Next month will be a year I left her. Woohoo! Awesome. No contact. Mean it. Move forward. Getting yourself back on track. You got a new job. You're working on building yourself, taking care of yourself, doing your healing. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You're on it. You're on the right track. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. 1 year stress free. 1 year minus the toxicity and the absolutely disgusting behavior and the cheating and all this stuff that comes with it. So yeah. So happy for you, Daniel. And then Annie says, I'm sick. My kids got the flu, so it's turn. But I'm okay though. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, it seems to be going around. It is coming into flu season too, so yeah. Speaking of, I gotta take some zinc. I didn't take zinc 2 days. I try to take it like every 3 or 4 days so I can, because I did have a little bit of a cold last month. So yeah, thank you for reminding me. And I hope you do feel better, Annie, and I hope the kids feel better too. And I'm so sorry that no one wants to be sick. That's like, it just brings everything down. You just have no energy to do anything. And then Annie is saying, hey, Daniel. Daniel says, hey, Annie. And then Annie says, Rose, I know. Sorry you saw that, hun. Yeah. But she had to see it because the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Yeah. And then Daniel says, hell yeah. Don't let him just run. I did a life, and life goes on. Yeah. And then Rose says, I just found my phone. I'm so glad I didn't leave it at my doctor's office. I forgot. I switched it back. Oh, to your black and white purse to match my dress I was wearing yesterday. Oh, I love it. Good. I'm glad you found your phone. Awesome. And then Annie says, sometimes it's better to just run. Yes. Yeah. Sad that we got to do it that way, but Annie, mwah. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Annie says, oh, you find it good. Yeah. And then Rose says, yes, Annie. And then Annie says, Treasure, I asked two professionals because my kids had a lot of behavior problems with me when I left. It is normal to them at one point. Okay. And then Annie says, it took me 4 years, so they get normal. Um, a lot of help. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, Annie, remember, we just have to take one day at a time. Is everything gonna be perfect? You know, once we're no longer around the narcissist, especially when we have kids, once we're no longer around the narcissist, life doesn't just poof become perfect. There's work involved, there's healing involved, there's a lot of things that go into getting back to whatever normal is for us. So, and it's a step by step, day by day, moment by moment, and then recognizing, like you did, recognizing that they had, you know, the behavioral problems, and then doing the things that you had to do, which is getting them professional help to get them back on track. So yeah, but thank God for transitioning into that. They're doing a lot better than what they were doing before. Yeah, so yeah. And then Rose says, the daughter comes after me though. Anything she can do, and I remain silent. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely time for you to get out of there. Wow. She might be a narcissist as well. Hey, Half Moon, how you doing today? Welcome in. How are you? Hi, hi. Welcome in, welcome in. And then, guys, as you come in, if you would hit that like button, hit the like button on your way in. Welcome in, Half Moon. How you doing today? And then Annie says, Rose, what do you mean? Let's see. Oh, I think she's saying that the daughter tries to come at her. Hopefully not physically, you know, maybe verbal or altercations, emotional outbursts, it sounds like. But Rose is saying that she stays quiet. I hope it's not verbal. I'm sorry. I hope it's not physical that she's coming at you, Rose. Is it verbal, emotional, or physical, or all three? Oh God, please let us know, honey. I'm so sorry. And then Annie says, hey, Half Moon, and Rose is saying, hey, Half Moon. Annie said, oh, you mean you don't react? Right. Yes, she doesn't react. And then Rose says, she tried the violent outburst. Oh, well, I told her I will defend myself. It made her worse. Yeah. 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 Yes. A lot of them are like that. When you threaten them, and or defend yourself, not threaten them. When they threaten you and you try to defend yourself and say to them verbally, letting them know, that's not gonna fly with me, they do become worse. Some of them do. Some of them will get quiet and they'll create a plan, and then some of them do get worse. Yeah, you definitely got to get out of there as soon as possible. It's not a healthy environment, not healthy at all. Absolutely insane. These people are just ridiculous. And then Half Moon says, my mom was a narc and triangulated my dad against me. My brother was the golden child and I was the scapegoat. Yeah. Yeah, we see that like way too often. And on Half Moon, again, I'm so sorry. You did not deserve that. You did not deserve that. But it's good that you recognize it, because a lot of people go through life and don't recognize, you know, the scenarios and the situations. They just go through life and go through the motions. So I'm glad that you were able to recognize and put names to who these people are, and what kind of sicknesses that they had. And I'm sorry that they used you as the scapegoat, honey. So sorry about that. And then Annie says, that's why they say it's a curse, I think, treasure. Explain, Annie, when they say it's a curse. What are you referring to when you say it's a curse? Tell me. And then Rose says, yes, I tried not to react at all. Good for you. Good for you. Just create a plan and don't tell them. Create a plan and say nothing. Let them figure it out when you're gone. Annie says, yeah, Raven, in that case, it's hard for a kid to grow up balanced. Yeah. You have to be strong to go out of it, I think. Yeah. Yep. And then Rose says, I am from a different state and my mom passed away. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. But God is gonna open that door for the apartment for you, honey. Yeah. In Jesus' name, he's gonna open the door. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh boy. And then Edith says, my ex and I don't live together, but he has never given up. The flying monkeys always have reached out. So I shut out all contact with them to find out he was still married to his wife in his country. Oh boy. Well, I'm glad you don't live with him anymore, Edith. I'm glad you don't live with him anymore. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But the good and bad side is you know what it is. My mother says when you know better, you do better. And the hardest part is knowing. And he has a wife in another country. So obviously he didn't tell you about that. So, you creating your plan that you can get out of your current situation, because it sounds like he's still trying to come around. Yeah, we're praying. We're praying that you and Rose both get the your safe haven place as quickly and expeditiously as possible. In Jesus' name. And then Annie says, oops. Annie says Rose is best. It's the best that you can do. No reaction. It's exhausting though. Yes, it is, Annie. It absolutely is. And Rose says, thank you. Rose says she stalks me on Facebook on the other accounts. I will, and my little aquatic channel as well. Oh boy, these people have no life whatsoever. They always want to, it's funny because I had a conversation with someone last night with the same thing. They want to know everything about you. They stalk your pages. They hoover you. They stalk you physically. They want to know everything about you. Why don't they just live their life? Go on and destroy somebody else's life, just not ours. Like, why is it that they just can't let go and just move on? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. I'm so sorry, Rose. So sorry. And then Annie says, sport teaches them teamwork. Yep. To kids, it's a good way to show them how to behave. True. Yes. Yep. And Annie says, wow. And Rose is sending praying hands. Hey, Peter, how you doing today? Welcome in. How are you? Welcome in. So happy to have you. Peter is saying hi. How are you? I'm fine, thanks. Good, good. So happy to have you. Welcome in. Welcome in. And then Half Moon said, I got out at 17 and moved with the most evil narc I've ever seen. Oh, went from bad to worse. Yeah. I got out of that relationship as quick as I could. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so sorry, Half Moon. So sorry. Oh boy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then Annie is saying, hey, Peter. Peter is saying hi. Rose says hi, Peter. Hi, Half Moon. And then Annie says, yeah, they never recompense the golden one. That's what my ex would do to our son. He told him, you're like your mom, nothing to do with you. LOL, I took it as I took it as a compliment. Oh my goodness, Annie. Listen, these folks, these folks, they always have something to say. And then Tennessee is sending praying hands. Annie's sending kisses. Hey, Lawrence, how you doing today? Welcome in. Lawrence says, smash that like button, y'all. Smash the like button. And then Tennessee is saying, hey, Lawrence. Half Moon said, I'm good. Good to see you all. Yeah, yeah. And then Tennessee says, the lies stay with me. Yeah, yeah. Sadly, yeah. Yep, but we're going to get you out of there as quickly as possible. Yeah. We're praying, 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 praying that you get out of there. And then Annie says, yes, one day at a time by it is necessary for sure. I'm proud of the what is that? I did run well, but the impact of myself are worse than I thought. Healing is one day at a time also. Yeah. Yep. And then Annie says smash. Smash, Lawrence. Yep. Doing well. Let's see. And then Tennessee says, everybody hit the like button for Treasure. Thank you. And then Annie says, Treasure, it's help to talk to others because many people can't understand. Yep, it helped to see the patterns also. They all act the same. Yeah. It's like you're talking about the same person. Yeah. Yep. That's what it seems like. It seems like we're literally talking about almost identical same person. It's really, really, really scary. And then Annie says, hi, I heard time to translate today. Hi, have heard time to, I have, oh, you have a hard time. You have a hard time translating today. No problem, no worries. And then Annie says, info or data to use against us, against you later, sadly. Yep. It's so funny. The same conversation I had with someone last night. Everything that we're talking about is exactly what we were talking about last night. And that's exactly what they do. And then Tennessee says, I'm back. Sorry, my neighbor needed a cup of sugar. No problem, honey. And then Annie says, some reason we hang on. Yep. They are trauma bond too. The narc gets addicted to us. Yep. All the narc wants is chaos, drama, money, intimacy, and to keep as many plates in the air as possible. Half Moon. Mwah. Well said. Well said. Absolutely. And then Annie says, phone call, be right back. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it's guys, we got a lot of praying to do. We have to make a decision that we are going to take care of ourselves because they're not worrying about taking care of us. They're not worrying about being nice to us. They're not worrying about respecting us. being faithful to us. None of those things. They could care less. So we gotta take care of ourselves. We have to build. If we don't have that relationship with God, we got to build that relationship with God or get closer to God. And then we got to take care of us. We got to take our power back. And it's up to us to decide, I deserve better. I'm going to say that over and over and over again. I deserve better. I deserve more. I don't deserve to be treated in that manner. It's not okay, guys. It's not okay. No matter how you slice it, it's not okay. The things that they do, it's not okay. It's not okay. And Half Moon is absolutely, absolutely correct. All they want is chaos, drama, money, intimacy, to be in control, to manipulate, and to keep as many plates in the air as possible, to keep as many options as possible so that they can jump back and forth to the same 4 or 5 supplies, whatever number that is for each particular one, to keep their options open. Okay, they're with this person right now. The narcissist says, I'm tired of this person. They jump to the next one. Then when that one's done, they jump back. Or if that one is saying, I don't want to be bothered, they go to the next one. And it literally, they have this circle of who it is that they jump back and forth to. So if anybody has the power, we have the power to say, time out, game over, no more. No more. Hey, Vanessa. How you doing today? Welcome in. You're coming in at the end. I'm going to wrap up soon. I'm going to wrap up in about 5 or 10 minutes, guys. But yeah, game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. We're not doing this anymore. We're exhausted. If one thing a narcissist knows how to do, that's exhaust you. That's drain you. Drain the life out of you. They definitely know how to do that. But we gotta say, no more. Enough. Enough. Had enough. I deserve better. I deserve to live in peace. I deserve to have my happiness, whatever that happiness looks like for you, whatever you desire as your happiness. And the moment that we take our focus off of them, the moment that we take our focus off of the narcissist, and the moment that we make a decision and we decide, okay, I'm going to focus on my career, I'm going to focus on getting that new job, I'm going to focus on going back to school, I'm going to focus on opening a business, I'm going to focus on healing, I'm going to focus on God. They just literally swindle and wither away. It's just that simple. Yeah. Yep. But it's up to us. It's up to us. And then Rose says, hey, Vanessa. And then Half Moon said, God will provide. I will keep my eyes open. Exactly. Yep. And then Rose is saying, sending roses to Vanessa. And Vanessa says, I didn't realize the impact the narc abuse had on me until I was out of the relationship. I'm just focused on having a healthy mind. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. When you're in it, you don't realize. You don't realize how stupid you are for allowing it. You don't realize how stuck you really are. You don't realize how the behavior is so disgusting. It's not until you are fully out and then you start remembering back, you start realizing, wait a minute, wow, I allowed that. I can't believe I allowed someone to do that to me. Then you start putting all the pieces together and realizing, I need to be healthy. I need to be happy. And it's never going to happen with this person or these people. Not going to happen. Nope. Yes, Vanessa, I agree. And then Half Moon says, I bought some new Western style shirts with collars and snaps instead of buttons. Cool. I'm visioning that now. Sounds cool. And it's time you'll be going back to Tennessee soon, Half Moon. And then Rose says, Half Moon, I want to see. Yes, yes, I agree. We want to see Half Moon. Yes, yes, I'm loving it. And then Vanessa says, it's been rough few days, but I'm believing that God is with me. He absolutely is. And he's gonna, like Half Moon says, God will provide. God will provide. Yeah, and things do not stay the same. We don't stay in that one stagnant place. Things do change, things do get better. Even though at that moment that you're going through it, it doesn't seem like it. It seems like you're stuck there, but it does get better. It does get better. It absolutely does. Nothing lasts forever. That bad situation does not last forever. I'm a witness. So yeah, things do get better, Vanessa. It will. And then Vanessa says, hi, Rose. And Rose is said in praying hands. And then Half Moon said, it takes time, Vanessa. More will be revealed. Yeah. And then Vanessa says, so true. Half, so true, Half Moon. Yeah. Yep. But Kingdom, I'm going to wrap up. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. The family is just growing, growing, growing. And then remember that you are a part of God's kingdom and that he loves you more than anything in this world. And then if you want to connect for a one-on-one, I'm trying to work on some things, but I do have to call support for something on the square. So I'm trying to get that taken care of. But I love you guys. You guys are mwah, 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 so amazing. If you want to connect for a one-on-one, I'll put the information under the description. And then I will send you. Okay. You send an email. Okay, I'll check it. And then I have some stuff that I have to do. So oh, you know what? I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I might go live on TikTok this evening because I saw a topic on one of the social medias. And I was like, oh, that's a great topic. And I want to get people's feedback. So my TikTok is the same as this, Treasure Kingdoms. I'm going to take, my daughter says she wants to go out and get something. So it is almost 6 now. I might go on anywhere between 7 and 8. So if you get a chance and you want to stop in, go ahead and stop by, okay? And then Rose, I'll check your email. And then Half Moon says, have a good evening, everyone. And Rose says, amen. Mwah. Love you guys. Have a great evening. And I will see you either later this evening on TikTok or back on Monday. Have a blessed day. Enjoy.